Welcome back to CryptoWealthy channel, guys, where we're going to discuss about the Bitcoin price, finally what happened in the market in the previous 2 days, and we're going to discuss about news and some prices of the altcoins on the coin market cap. And now let's get started. So first, what I want to say, good morning Monday. Let's start this week as we should. So as we can see here, the Bitcoin price still broke this level of support of $7,200, and we did visit finally that famous $6,500 price per one Bitcoin. And what happened? Actually nothing happened. We are still alive and we are still here, even if we visit $6,000 after all. I stayed till late during the night yesterday in order to see where the price will go, because we do have some open trades, and as we can see here on the $6,500 we found pretty much good support and we bounced from it since then, but we will see if we are going to hold it, because it's still not so convincing to me to see this kind of a bottom. So we need to see some kind of a consolidation here a little bit to establish some kind of a level of support here, and then bounce and only then retest this $7,200, which is pretty much good level of resistance, will be good level of resistance, because as I mentioned in the previous videos here, we did test this level of support few times, and on the fourth time we broke on the downside, and now this level of support turned on level of resistance, and we will see how strong it will be for the bulls to break it on the upside. One more possibility that we have is also to drop to $6,000 over here, where is this red trend line. Why is this possible? Because we still do not have any kind of a level of support in between $6,500 and $6,000. So bringing the RSI, we can see here that we are in oversold zone. How long we will be there, we don't know, but this is also kind of a sign that the market is overextended on the downside and that we should have a bounce, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen, because this RSI could always be extended. Why am I saying this? Because here on the 23rd September we were in the oversold zone to the 7th of October, and as we can see, the price didn't do anything special until 23rd of October. So we could be here for around 7 or even more days, who knows, and the price could plunge a little bit more, maybe consolidate a little bit, and then begin to climb on the upside. If it doesn't do that, we could potentially see lower prices as $5,500, maybe $800, as everybody are talking about that level of support, but we will see what will happen. Just make sure you do some dollar cost averaging and something like that, because the price cannot go too much on the downside, because there are no sellers in the market, and some news will confirm that to you later when we read them. Another thing I want to point is the volume. It's still on the reduced levels, and we do not see any kind of pumps or any kind of crazy numbers in the volume, and still we need to observe that in the next period of time. One more thing I want to mention, on the weekly chart we can see that we are under those 3 EMAs, weekly EMAs. We can see that we broke from the 50 exponential moving average, 120 exponential moving average, which is one of the most important one for determining which trend we are in right now. And as we can see, I told you in the previous videos that those two moving averages, 150 moving average, are about to cross, but in the later video after that I told you that they are not going to do that because of the drop of the price. They started to separate from each other, and we could potentially see delayed bull market because of that, because in order to have a bull market we need to have lined up EMAs to confirm the trend. If we bring here Fibonacci retracement, we can see that we broke all important support, level of support on it, and we can see that we are under 0.618 level, and we found the bottom on the $6,500. We will see how strong will this be as a level of resistance. We still don't know anything until we find the bottom, until we form some kind of a level of support, either here or either here between $5,800 and $6,000 per one Bitcoin. As we can see on the altcoin side, we can see that the Currently Ethereum is standing on $144 per one coin. XRP did drop from 23 cents to 21 cents. Bitcoin Cash, nothing special, $208. Litecoin 45 still holding good. EOS 2.45, like it didn't fall. BNB 15, nothing happened. Bitcoin SV 105 stellar 5 cents, and Tron 1.5 cents, while Cardano is sitting on 3.5 cents. And as we can see, the altcoins, like I told you in the previous videos, are trying to find some kind of a bottom, and I think we did find some kind of a bottom for the altcoins, as the Bitcoin is approaching to $6.5 thousand per one Bitcoin, and as the Bitcoin approaches to the $6.5 thousand, and altcoins are following that, but not too strong because there are no sellers left in the market to oversell these altcoins, and this is of course good news. And now let's jump into some news and read what is going on in the market from today's Monday. One very interesting news that I have a comment on is this: no capitulation, Bitcoin miners completely unfazed by price drop. Let's read some. According to estimate of Bitcoin's hash rate from monitoring research CoinDance, participation remains as strong now as before the price drop. Hash rate refers to the amount of computing power dedicated to maintain the Bitcoin network. Previously, Cointelegraph reported on the rising consensus that Bitcoin miners were exiting their positions as losses mounted. According to Statistical, Will Vu, that process had already almost completed as of this week. Taking an opposing position based on the fresh data, entrepreneur Alistair Milner suggested miners were in fact little concerned with current price action. There is no miner capitulation, he summarized in a tweet on Sunday. He continued, they are actually aware of the upcoming halving and are apparently unfazed by the recent dip. So what I wanted to tell you here, as we can see here, hash rate is still difficult, is still on the high level. Why is this happening? Halving is coming somewhere in around May, and why is this that important? Miners are watching that, and many miners will mine the Bitcoin in minus. They will be not profitable in order to sell hype. So that's why we could see price going up, because if anyone taking a pressure on the market with the non-stop selling, they are miners. They need to pay electricity, they need their stuff in order to mine, for the equipment and what else. That's why they are pushing the price down, because they need to sell it. Because of this, because the halving is coming, they will probably, some of them will probably save those Bitcoins and they are going to mine as long as they can without profits in order to sell the hype when the price starts rising to the $14,000 like we saw on the trading view on the charts, and maybe on the 20 and even more when the halving comes. But I think it's going to be pretty much high price for the Bitcoin when the hype hits the road, and that's why we need to be prepared to buy enough Bitcoins in order to be satisfied with our gains. Now, one bullish thing here is that in the previous 90 days we can see the spike on the Google Trends. Interesting, in Bitcoin is slowly starting to coming back, and we need to be prepared. So we are taking all kind of signs when can Bitcoin actually start climbing up the ladder all over again. The people are starting to get interested in it all over again, but we will see how long will this last. We should not take this for granted also. And I think I'm going to close this video for today, and we're going to read some news. I'm going to upload some news on the Instagram page that we have, and we are uploading news pretty much daily, some memes and stuff, so we can get laugh after this bloodbath on the market. Please do follow us there. On the TikTok also, I'm uploading pretty much daily or on every second day when I have time. I give my best to stay productive as much as I can in the crypto world for you guys. So just follow us there. Let us know in the comment section down below, what do you think about prices and the market in general? Where are you investing? Are you in profits? Are you in losses? I want to connect with you guys to make some kind of a community here to talk a little bit. And thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget also to leave us a like and hit the subscribe button. Much appreciated. And until the next video, happy trading and goodbye.